I was unable to locate Cairo International Airport. This small landing pad was the closest I could come to the city center.
Why did you expect to find an international airport?
According to my map, there should be an airport 22 kilometers northeast of central Cairo. Instead, that seems to be the site of a landfill.
There hasn't been commercial air travel since the collapse, 20 years ago.
Perhaps my navigation database is out of date.
I'm talking about the collapse, the biggest depression in world history. I guess you don't follow current events.
Of course I know about the collapse. If I fail to find the passenger I'm looking for, I'll be available to take you to another destination. If so, we'll leave from this landing pad.
You've gone rogue on us. It's not too late to show some loyalty to the WTO. We want you to destroy the Nasif family's greenhouse, which is in the northwest corner of the South Medina. The experimental greenhouse, a violation of WTO regulations, should lead us to Dr. Nasif.
Just taking a break.
We have police in this area, you know. Well, someone new in the Medina. Don't worry about catching the plague at my little coffee stand. We are a high-priority zone for the bombs. We sterilize our equipment with infrasound.
That's good to hear.
People come to the old city to find the black market. Is that why you risk getting infected?
Security must be pretty non-existent around here. Is there a lot of crime?
Not my concern. There is always strife. I asked because I can make a deal for someone who could get into the new Cairo arcology and do quick wags a favor.
I'm listening.
The regional director had been disappointed in my profits since the intensification of Nanite Swell 11. I lose the shop if I can't find a way to impress him.
What am I supposed to do?
NG Resonance is playing a concert in the arcology today. I need someone to convince her to endorse Quickway. From what I hear, her manager, Miss Withers, can easily be bribed. Try to catch her waiting for NG and offer her some money. If she accepts, I will compensate you with a choice of several weapon mods, which I found on a dead Omar.
Miss Withers, huh? I'll let you know if I run into her.
Seeker, your next objective is to help us find Dr. Nasif. She comes from a poor family in this plague-stricken village. Billy Adams will be coordinating the investigation from the mosque that lies between the arcology and the village. Report to her at once.
No more congestion. No more fatigue. Use Vitatek Cure 11. Attention residents of Old Cairo. The particle haze you are experiencing does not pose a health threat. Repeat, the haze appears to contain only mildly parasitic nanoscale fallout. Cover your mouth and nose when traveling outdoors, but rest assured, the danger is minimal. Arcology scientists are presently investigating cleanup of the injuries.
have been conditioned by this society. You suffer from vasana, my seekers. Hindu yogis have also warned their students of this flaw. You are too attached to the superficial and the material. Let me help you discover your true selves. Turn away from this false sense of self-limitation to know your true self. Do not spread corruption and disorder. Acknowledge your responsibilities to your fellows and to the earth. Doing otherwise means you pollute the world with what Muslims have called fasad, or earthly corruption. Following a path other than the search. Do not deny the
This is a weapons-free zone. To enter, you must submit to a deactivation procedure. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock bytecodes to freeze all your weapons on or in your person. When you leave, sensors will reactivate everything you've got.
Okay.
Thanks, you're clear to enter now.
WTO indifference to nanite pollution is the reason for the plague that has decimated the village. If you and Billy can help the locals, maybe you can win their trust and get some information on Dr. Nasif.
I need to return in time for the summit.
Just a show for the media.
I'm not so sure. Her Holiness sounded sincere when I spoke with her in Germany.
A co-dominion with the WTO? Not in my lifetime.
History moves in fits and starts. Obviously, you're too young to remember pre-collapse society. I watched 2 centuries of progress vanish during 2 minutes on the evening news.
Destruction, that's easy. But Her Holiness and Chairman Dumier think they can reunify the planet with a simple decree.
The faithless are easy to manipulate politically. And remember, the faithless are the majority. We should not forget de Tocqueville's insight. If a man does not submit to faith, he will desire a firm, tyrannical shape for society.
It's not too late to reform the church.
Perhaps. I will find out when I get to Trier.
Tell me about this epidemic.
The air's full of toxic nanite debris. Decades-old fallout from the collapse, they say. They keep dragging in more villagers. A pretty pitiful sight.
What are we supposed to do?
As far as I'm concerned, it's not our problem.
High Chen said you were in charge of handling the epidemic.
She told me to send you into the Medina, the village, to talk to the Omar in their hideout. Supposedly, they say that the WTO has technology to clean up the nanites, but won't use it.
That's quite a claim.
Well, apparently they can get you inside an arcology facility where there's proof. Personally, I'm not going to waste my time saving the planet until we figure out where Dr. Nasif is hiding.
Chen is a fine seeker. She has a strong heart. But a strong heart often runs contrary to a seeker's purpose.
I don't believe we've met.
Luminant Saman from the German Shard. My pleasure. I was hoping one of Billy's former classmates would show up.
Do you think Dr. Nasif is still in Cairo?
We have good reason to believe that Apostle Corps' headquarters are in Cairo. This is where she would go looking for help. Hey, I almost forgot. Here's something Chen wanted me to give you as a bonus for killing that Mako guy.
Thanks. Just making the world safer. One mad scientist at a time.
Right. Carry on, Alex.
You disagree with the way High Chen is doing things?
Amicably, to be sure. It's mostly a doctrinal dispute that stands between us.
What about Her Holiness? Doesn't she decide what the Church stands for?
Her Holiness and I amicably disagree also. My Shard in Germany has a profound respect for the founding doctrines of the Order. What we don't understand are these recent revisions and reversals that seem to excuse the resurgence through the WTO of blind commercial interests.
You sound pretty upset.
My Seekers and I are most loyal to the doctrines laid down by Her Holiness after the collapse. What we propose, very openly, is a greater purity of interpretation of these founding principles.
Sometimes High Algo Chen has her head in the clouds.
Thank heaven for the church. Cheetah.
Maybe it is a judgment on us.
Someone in arcology started that rumor so that we'd blame ourselves.
Everything has a reason.
They think Plague 11's just another punishment for us being lazy and poor.
They cannot be so wicked as that. No one chooses to live in the Medina.
Exactly. They do all the choosing. First, I'm not from the right family. Now, they shut me out because I'm sick. No one works their way up from Plague 11.
Then why am I sick? I exercise, eat right. I always wear my breather when I'm out in the Medina.
But when did you start using it? Only after years of breathing this air, just like me. We didn't know any better. Then by the time they start getting the word out, we were already sick.
Sometimes I don't know how long I can keep fighting this.
Hey, don't give up. Someone will come up with a cure. Maybe one of the Nasifs. They have some real brains in that family. It's rough, but we can't give in. If they were fair about letting people live in arcology, no one would have to worry about the swell at all.
I have been sick for years now. I have good days and bad days.
Too many trials.
I'm here to see a doctor and nobody else. Don't bother me about my beliefs.
Maybe if they knew that I'm sick, they'd let me in.
I wish it could be that way, baby.
I guess I just wasn't smart enough.
Nonsense.
Why won't
Enough
they
with
at
this
least let
nonsense.
us in the city?
The air's not so bad inside the mosque. You'll start to feel better.
You look fine to me.
Anything I can do to help?
Just stay out of the way. Too many patients. No time for chit-chat.
As you wish. I just stopped by to talk to a friend of mine, Billy Adams. She's working with the Order Church.
The woman from Seattle, yes. Where are you from? In Cairo? Why come here? The air in the Medina is polluted.
Is it that serious?
Just take a look outside. It's nanite dust these people breathe. The nanite swell 11. Particles like little insects, unaffected by the wind. Probably a leak from a pre-collapsed laboratory that's been forgotten for 2 decades.
I don't mean to interrupt.
You startled me there. I guess I'm a little preoccupied.
What's wrong?
Well, it's my daughter, Mina. Look at her.
Oh, it's okay, Mom. I'll get better.
Ever since she didn't get into the Tarsus Academy, her infection has been getting worse. She should be up on level 107 right now, in her own dorm room, studying and breathing filtered air. She's always been such a good student.
I wish there was something I could do.
That's very kind. But unless you're on the admissions committee at the academy, or unless you're someone who can hack in and put Mina Amir on the acceptance list, there's not really much to do except wait and pray.
Really, Mom, I'll be fine.
Some of us still worship the old gods, despite everything that's happened.
She wants into Tarsus, huh? I'll see what I can do.
If you're ready to head out, just exit the area. The unlock weapons scan will automatically reactivate everything.
It's so good to see you again, darling. Any news about... that apartment?
Apartment? Oh, that one. Already leased. Sorry.
Are you really trying to find me a place to live in arcology? Don't you want to be able to see each other more often?
It's a lot of money. Will attract my husband's attention if I don't handle this properly. He's pretty clueless, but has started asking questions about certain expenses. This constant haze is awful.
What do I see? An exceptional young woman. Modified, correct? Lovingly grown in an enclave. And now you step into the dangerous world. Stay ready, Tariq.
Am I about to get jumped or something?
Such a prize. A shame to send you straight to the chop shop. Perhaps you heard that I'm hiring a mercenary.
Yeah.
I am interested in the security chief in the unmarked suite on level 108 in the arcology. His tissues are heavy with biotech. Beta biocules, the next rev of the piezo-chem architecture? Who knows? Maybe something beyond. I have a client who will pay handsomely to study one of his biomods.
How do you expect me to steal a biomod? Kill him and bring you the body?
Just kill him and my people in the morgue will remove the components I need. I like how you think. You will be well paid. Here, you will need this pass to enter the arcology.
For God's sake, leave me alone. Yes, I have closed the greenhouse. There was a murder there. The murder of my brother. The greenhouse will stay closed until I am certain that the Nasif family is safe.
I'm sorry about your tragedy.
Sorry? Who are you to be sorry? You killed the parents and now you come to kill the uncle? Well, the Nasif family is fighting back. Layla escaped and you won't find her.
I know your niece. She was my instructor at Tarsus Academy in Seattle. I'm not here to kill anyone.
No? Then what? Do you know who's after my family?
Everyone, as far as I can tell.
Funny. Ha ha. And meanwhile my daughter Ava goes missing at the Tarsus Academy in arcology. All of us hunted like greasels.
Tarsus Academy?
Right, where Layla went to school. She helped her cousin get on the same track, to a decent life. Now we are targets.
Maybe I can help out. I'm on my way to the arcology.
You are a Tarsus lady, yes? Well, perhaps you can have a word with the headmaster. I will give you my parental code, 74652. Tarsus is on level 107. Tell the fat bum I want him to return my calls. Where is my girl? Why couldn't Layla find her last night?
Interesting discovery. So Dr. Nasif has a cousin at the Tarsus Academy in New Cairo. The visitation pass will let you enter the school on level 107 of the arcology. Find the cousin Eva and see if she leads you to Apostle Core.
No more congestion, no more fatigue. Use Vitatek Cure 11.
Chicago, someone put you on my tail? You're a long way from home.
I'm on Dr. Nasif's tail. The program we came out of, Apostle Corps, it's based here in Cairo.
Apostle Corps?
The scientists who ran our training. Tarsus was a front.
This is some coincidence. If there's a contract on my head...
Or maybe the Omar have an interest in the program that created us too. What do they have you doing out here?
I told you before. Protection.
Protection from what?
Anybody. A lot of people don't like Omar. Most people think they're freaks. Right now, supposedly, these Knights Templar fanatics are planning a raid. So I'm waiting for them.
All by yourself?
That's my assignment. But these cyborgs can fight when they have to. I just wish we had a better tip. Like when the raid's gonna happen. Then maybe I could get some sleep.
Who tipped you off to begin with?
Someone in the village. But the Templar command is in the arcology. They have a recruiting kiosk there. We can't move people into New Cairo too easily.
I have an arcology pass. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Yeah? If it was me, I'd sneak up on the place and eavesdrop. Omar's schematics show a vent near the Tarsus School on 107, West Wall. One of the shafts leads to the kiosk. You could listen from inside the shaft. Be careful, though. Arcology support systems are secured against pests, whether transgenic or human.
One thing I am is dependable. No sign of trouble so far. A Templar would just as soon lynch a merc like you or me because of our biomods.
You've sure got a prime location for your business here.
We appreciate your resourcefulness in seeking us out.
I guess we'll see if it was worth my time and effort.
You will appreciate our merchandise. You are a welcome customer, having helped us in the past. Perhaps you can offer your services once more.
Go on, I'm interested in doing business. I've heard you know where I can find a cure for the plague.
Yes, a cure has been developed by arcology scientists, a nanite counteragent for aerial dispersal. We believe the research is in a private facility leased by the Templars in the Flight Bay 24 on arcology level 110.
Sounds like a valuable invention. Why aren't they manufacturing it?
Unclear. Perhaps you would be interested in investigating. The Omar can provide access to the air terminal in exchange for accepting a mercenary assignment.
Sure.
We desire schematic data on a new product being developed at that facility. Exoskeletal armor commissioned by the Knights Templar. A potential combat threat to our organization.
How do I get in?
First, you'll need a pass to enter the arcology proper. Take this one.
Thanks.
Then talk to the woman in the air terminal information booth. She works for us. We will tell her that you are coming. Say to her simply that you have a friend in common. Once inside the terminal, locate the armor and upload the schematic. You will also find your cure.
Okay. What are you selling?
I have 2 black market biomod canisters which enable non-PSOCAM functionality. Also, 3 concussion prox mines which you can plant on any flat surface to be detonated by movement within close range. As a preferred customer, you may purchase items at half price.
No thanks.
As you wish.
No sign of trouble so far. One thing I am is dependable.
I haven't seen you before. Welcome to our small Medina.
Hi, name's Alex.
Pardon the simplicity of this drawing, but I like to give newcomers a map so they can find their way around. The local business owners are always complaining that they don't get enough foot traffic.
Thanks, that's very thoughtful.
arcology pass before I can let you in.
I've got one right here.
Okay, you're clear to enter.